Hello everybody, hello and welcome! Where's my camera? Here it is! Hello everybody, hello and welcome to Pixel World's live stream. My name is Jake and I am the community manager of Pixel World's, kinda, and welcome to today's live stream everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a huge announcement for you guys today. That's, at least I know that some of you guys will be really excited about it, and some of you guys are going to be like, hey, what does this mean? But I think personally that it is a very positive thing. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. Let's start to talk about it. So first, let's go. Should we first start with just chatting with you guys? Or should I do the announcement first? Start by telling us about the new CEO. I've told about it previously, I think, as well. I've talked about it a little bit. I haven't revealed who it is or anything like that, but just like the basics of it. But anyway, about the announcement. After this 1,000 bits!
Tomorrow marks my 5-year anniversary of existing within Pixel World's laughing face.
Awesome! Luke's World, PW, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits! Okay. Oh, yeah, about the announcement. That's what we were talking about. Okay. I got. No, we're not gonna be listening to that again. Okay. So, the announcement. Basically from now on. As we'll read this bits as well.
What about
Yeah, no, I'm not the new CEO. No. Some of you might have heard about this already, so it's not a huge surprise, because I've talked about it a little bit in our Discord, but the announcement is that from now on, or already a few days, or maybe a little bit longer time, all the design responsibilities have been given to me. The main responsibilities of the design, at least for the near future. So the announcement is that I am the new Pixel World's lead designer, at least for the next, that's really hard to say. At least for the upcoming future. We shall see what is going to happen in the future, but that is the announcement. So it is a pretty huge thing. But yes, I will be taking care of all the upcoming design tasks and design work. What this means for Pixel Worlds as well is, of course, the fact that we are going to be, and I am going to be, listening more what you guys want. It is a challenge of itself, because with you guys, there's so much of you guys out there that, like, if we have, let's say, if we would have 200 people in the live stream, we have 200 different opinions. And trying to look for the consensus in that way is always a challenge, and listening to the community is the challenge. But I think we can pull it off and give you guys more of a game that you want. Because I feel like, I don't know what you guys think about this. I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think we have failed a little bit in that regard in the past. You guys are talking about endless. Graphical designing is a totally different thing, and being an artist, guys. I'm not becoming an artist. I'm not becoming an artist. That's a different thing. Say announcement. Well, that was it. Big bad buzz. So, I am the lead designer of Pixel Worlds in the future, at least in the near future. I cannot say if it's going to change. Let's see how this goes and how well we can pull everything together, and because I kind of trust you guys in this matter as well, so give me feedback on the game itself. And I think that is one of the biggest things here, so that together we can develop Pixel Worlds into the direction that you guys want, and of course where I want to take it, but where you guys want it as well. So basically, it's taking Commander's job, game designer. Yes, mainly. Mainly is that is what we're talking about. Commander, as you guys probably know, Commander left us a little bit. Has it already been a month? Yeah, I think it was 1 month ago, or is it already 2 months ago? Wow, time flies. I'm not sure. Like, when was it that I made the Instagram post when it was almost a month ago? Yeah. So that was the day. But basically, yes, I'm gonna be taking over Commander's job as a lead game designer in this way. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Okay. Well, the announcement done. Okay. Next. I don't know. I'm really not sure what I should be saying at this point, but I don't like. I would of course love to hear your opinions on it, and what you guys would like to see in the future. But I guess you are already all the time giving me suggestions, so. I guess something that I could talk about is, will you be able to handle it's on top of the community manager things? Yes, I will be able to do that. Of course, also, this is one of the reasons as well, like recently we haven't had a lot of videos, but that has been happening a little bit longer time, so that's not the only thing that's been going on, but yes. I will be still continuing doing the community manager job, but it's basically... I'm still gonna be probably calling myself community manager. I'm not sure if I should be. It's super weird right now. Maybe I'm gonna be calling myself a community manager until next year or something, and let's see. But it kind of feels like, But I'm still I'm doing the decisions on the design. I'm happy about that. We're gonna get more amazing features like Black Tower, Cirxen. Yes. That is actually something that we discussed yesterday, because yesterday was a day when we went through some future developments for Pixel Worlds, what we're going to be focusing on, and what we're going to be doing after that. And one of the things that we're going to be doing after that is new events, like maybe not exactly like Black Tower, but maybe I could talk a little bit what we are going to be focusing on first, because yesterday, like I said, we had the meeting and talked like 5 hours on stuff that we want to do, what we and what I see as the future of Pixel Worlds, at least the near future, and what after that. So in the long run, what I plan for the game is to add more dungeons, additional dungeons into the game. We just have to see when we are going to do that, because we have some other things that are more pressing issues in Pixel Worlds that need fixing. And fix some features, add some long-awaited quality of life improvements into the game. And some other changes that the Pixel Worlds would have needed in it already 5 years ago, but still we don't have them. And I think that's where where I want to take Pixel Worlds first. So, and lead this team in that way. At least to the best of my ability. So first we are going to be focusing on things that are not, let's say, done correctly or done different than what they should be. Some things like this, we are looking right now into maybe adding, for example, more slots into the belts. The tool belt where you have your fist and wrench, and then there's one empty slot. Well, that is one thing that I want to look into. Maybe we could have from 2 to 5 extra slots there, so to help building the worlds, because building worlds kind of sucks right now, right? So do something related to that. Make the building, like the sandbox elements of the game, easier and better. Like that's really where first we need to do. Of course, the inventory slots is kind of the first part of this that we already implemented 1 week ago in the update itself. So that is one. Then what I want to look into also, well, one of the things is pets. Pets die or become, let's say, sad or something, maybe a little bit too fast. So looking into that pet system, can we tweak it a little bit, make it a little bit more forgiving, maybe? the freezing price. Maybe we should drop down that a little bit. I think that's a little bit too expensive as well. Make the pet thing better in many ways. Glasses off. Oh my god. Okay. So these are not all what we're gonna do, and I'm not promising that we're doing this, but this is what we're going to look into and how much time they do require. How much time do we have to have in these in order to make them as features into the game? And if it is fast, then we're gonna do multiple ones, or then we're gonna try to look into these features that I'm gonna tell you guys about. Like, are we going to do them now or a little bit later? Are we going to bunch them up in some ways so that you get them a bit by bit, or are we gonna just do all of them and just release a huge update? But that's of course going to take a little bit longer time. So updates and features that we're looking into right now. Like world destroying, like destroying a world, and a consumable item of some sort where you can just clear the whole world with one button. Maybe a purchasable consumable item from the shop. Also, when you are creating a world, that you wouldn't even have to create a world that has blocks. You could choose to create a totally empty world. Maybe looking into this, or maybe even giving you kind of a different option as well. Maybe we could add you a different world building system altogether, so you could create an alien world, you could create a sci-fi world, or you could create a desert world. These kind of things when you know, in the main menu. Another thing that we are going to look into, this is a little bit bigger thing, is maybe destroying the whole main menu, and that, you know, when you log into the game, and then there's the main menu when you log in, and well, there's social and shop and everything. I think that is a little bit redundant. We could as well take that whole menu and put it to in-game menus that you open from the top left, you know, when you open up the menu button. So we could put all of that there to make it a little bit simpler, reduce the loading screens that you have, because it would totally, like, it would cut down the loading times. It would remove one extra loading screen altogether. Because right now, if you want to join to another world, first you have to leave the world, you go to a main menu, and then you go to another world. You got 2 loading screens. Instead, why just go from one world to another completely right away? So we would remove one extra loading screen. This is what we're looking at right now. Not promising that we're gonna do it, but let's see how it goes. Some things that you have been requesting recently is a block rotation tool. So having a tool that allows you to rotate a specific block 90 degrees to another direction. So we are looking into that as well in the near future. What does it require for us to do or create that kind of feature? So yeah, that would be interesting. Then what we're looking into as well is a world owner menu. So stuff all options new and old, because we're gonna be probably adding new options under a new menu that allows you to manage the world from there in the world. So you wouldn't have to go and look for and physically go right next to the world lock. So you could just, if you are the world owner, you would have a button where you would have the world lock immediately. Anytime you are anywhere in the world that you own, you would have the world lock all the time in your menu. So that is one. Also, maybe adding longer ban times to a world, but also with that we would have to bring an unban option for you guys as well. I think this is something that we would have needed for a very long time. So that is another one. Then a possibility, and this would be an option probably in the world owner menu as well, a way to lock your world from other players. So if you want to create your world, make it private so no one else can join your world. So we would give you that option. Probably into the world lock menu, but like I said, the whole point is to bring it to there. But like the option for that, option for just friends can join, that's possibility as well. So you could allow your friends to join or invite people there or some other way. But wouldn't that make it easy? Of course, moderators and admins and everybody can join. Everybody who has the rights to join. So this wouldn't hinder moderators or admins or anyway. So this is something, and like I said, these are something that I'm just throwing at you that we talked about probably bringing into the game. Manual respawn to checkpoints. So that's another thing. You know, when you go to the... Now I can put my glasses back on. Wow. Okay. So you guys know when you go to a world, to a parkour world, and you drop into a... You fall to a small pit, and there's nothing that kills you. The only way for you to get out of there is to hit the respawn button in the menu, right? But that respawns you to the beginning of the world, right? To the world entrance portal. So that kind of sucks. So we would bring you the option that if you have a checkpoint, when you hit the respawn button, it would give you a choice. Do you want to respawn to the entrance portal, or do you want to respawn to the previous checkpoint? So this would help a lot in the parkour levels or somewhere else. And this is probably super easy and small thing to add into the game. Then another thing, more favorite world slots. That's not super big thing, but we're looking into like giving you guys more favorite worlds. Then another thing that has been requested a lot is to block friend requests. And like, at least for some people, it is very, especially for Jenna Fey, yeah. I knew you would love it. You know, this is normally for YouTubers and other, let's say, popular persons that are in the game. This would be a feature that they really need. But some other players as well. But you could have a say in that, so you could block them, so people cannot request to be your friends if you don't want to. Lock mover, so a way to move your world lock. Simple. That's not super big thing, but you know, it's super hard to try to right now move your world lock. More info for Pixel Worlds Exchange. So, you know, when you open up Pixel Worlds Exchange, you, for example, don't see your current inventory situation. So just adding a small text to the bottom, just to display how many empty slots you have in your inventory right now, for example. This kind of small quality of life improvements. Or, for example, when you choose an item or search for an item, then the bar below would show that, hey, you have 10 of these items. So when you would buy, for example, items, that would update and you would see, okay, now I have 32 items in my inventory. Or now I have 50 of these, I don't know, what would you, like, let's say lunar souls. I have 50 lunar souls in my inventory, or 55. Okay, I need 100, so I need to buy 3, 4 more, or something, stacks more, or something like that. Mannequins with sign functionality. Like either adding the functionality of a sign into an existing mannequin, or just creating a new mannequin altogether that has sign functionality. So when you walk on top of the mannequin, it would automatically speak to you, or you go right next to it. It would have like a sign functionality. So you don't need to put extra signs right next to the mannequin in order to the mannequin or the character to talk. Yeah, the character would talk itself. Why don't it have that feature already? So we would place that already into that. But yeah, world log. So item that shows a simple log in the world. Doesn't have to be super complicated, but just like the basic actions players take and do in the world. For example, taking items, destroying blocks, that kind of things. So you would know in your world like who dropped what or collected what at what point or something. We can, as developers, we can see that, but But that's something that we could give you guys. Why not? You know, why not? Just like do it. Like I said, these are, and there are more of these, but these are some of the things that I think the game should have had already years ago. And we are going to be doing these kind of quality of life improvements, stuff that I think you guys really need. But some things for the future that we want to do in the future, things for the next spring, hopefully. A second dungeon that is open for a set amount of time. So, let's say Black Tower Part 2, but it's not Black Tower, but some other way. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that, but then we had some ideas what they could be. Another thing that we are looking into is overhauling the whole weapon and armor stats and damage armor logic. Revamping that whole thing. Because there are some issues with it. Some combinations become way too overpowered, and it is also it's not in balance and it's not challenging at all. And maybe we could make it so that your level actually matters in PvP or PvE as well. But if we would do this, we would make it so that the armors that are good right now would be good at that point as well. It doesn't mean that we would change the values. No, I mean like overhauling the whole damage system, the logic behind it, and algorithms that calculate the damages and whatnot. Making overhauling the armor and weapon static system so it would be good. Let me just say like that. So it would be good. But those are the things that we are going to be looking into first. Like I said. So I know I couldn't read much of this chat because I didn't have my glasses on. So what do you think? Ability to change world names. This is a little bit problematic, Gusty, but it's also something that we talked about. But I'm not going to be saying anything related to that, but I would like to have it. Also, we are looking more into the double verification. Two-factor authentication when you log in to the account. So you could enable that. We are looking into that. I think we need it to the game.